So you're thinking about a 55 plus community. Let's be real. This is a huge decision. It's not just about buying a new house, is it? It's about designing the next chapter of your life. And yeah, that can feel like a mix of super exciting and, a little bit nerve-wracking. That's totally normal. And this is the big one, right? Will you love it or end up regretting it? Because for every person you meet who says it was the best thing they ever did, you hear another story about someone who just couldn't get used to it. The options can feel endless and, honestly, a bit overwhelming. But stick with me, we're going to cut right through all that noise. Look, the secret to making a choice you're going to be happy with for years to come isn't about finding some mythical, perfect community. It's about finding the right community for you. And to do that, you just need to ask the right questions. We've broken it all down into a super simple 4-part framework that's going to guide you every step of the way. All right, first up, let's talk about the heart of it all. What is your day-to-day life actually going to look like? This is all about the vibe, the social scene, the things you'll be doing. Does it actually fit your personality? This slide really gets to the core of the trade-off. In a 55-plus community, your social life is kind of built in, right? You've got organized events, shared spaces, it's all there. The trade-off is you might not have the age diversity of a typical neighborhood. So the real question for you is, do you want to build your social circle from the ground up, or would you rather plug into one that's already humming along? And here's the fun part. The perks. We are talking resort-style living here, people. Pickleball is absolutely huge, we all know that, but it's so much more. Think about art studios, woodworking shops, book clubs, travel groups, you name it. The real point of all these amenities isn't just to fill your schedule, it's to make it incredibly easy to meet people who love the same things you do. Okay, on to our second pillar, money. Let's talk about the dollars and cents, because all those incredible amenities, well, they have to be paid for somehow. It's so easy to just focus on the price of the house, but the real, true cost of living here goes way beyond that sticker price. This number right here is your starting point. It's the monthly fee for the Homeowners Association, or HOA. And as you can see, it can range pretty dramatically depending on what's offered and where it is. You absolutely have to bake this number into your monthly budget, right there next to your mortgage. So what do you get for that fee? And just as important, what don't you get? The HOA typically handles all the big stuff outside your four walls. The lawn care, the snow removal, keeping that pool sparkling. But you're still on the hook for everything inside your home, plus your own utilities and property taxes. Now, pay close attention to that last item, special assessments. This is a big one. You have to ask to see the HOA's financial records. If their savings account, their reserves, is low and the clubhouse needs a new roof, guess what? You could get hit with a surprise bill for thousands of dollars. This is a question you've got to ask yourself. Now, these homes can be a fantastic value, but just think about it logically. The age restriction means there's a smaller pool of people who can buy it from you down the line. It doesn't mean the value won't go up, not at all, but it might mean it takes a little longer to sell than a comparable house in an all-ages neighborhood. It's just something to keep in mind for your long-term plan. All right, pillar number 3. The price for those perfectly manicured lawns and quiet streets is rules. Lots of them. That's just the reality of living in a managed community. And you need to be really honest with yourself about whether you can live with them. And here's what they're called, the CC&Rs. That's just a fancy term for the neighborhood's official rulebook. And when you buy a home there, you are signing a legal contract saying you will follow these rules. It's not a suggestion box. So please get a copy and actually read it. It is one of the most important things you can do before you sign anything. And here are some of the heavy hitters. For instance, can your grandkids come and stay for the entire summer? Some communities actually limit how long guests under 55 can stay. What about your dog? Are there breed or size restrictions? Can you paint your front door that fun color you love? These might seem like tiny little details, but trust me, they can become huge headaches if the rules don't fit your lifestyle. And for our final pillar, let's look down the road a bit. This is all about making sure that the community you pick today is still going to work for you in 5, 10, maybe even 20 years, especially when it comes to your health. Okay, this is probably the single most important thing to get straight. A 55-plus active adult community is not the same thing as an assisted living facility. They are not the same. These communities are for people who are living independently. They're built for an active lifestyle. They do not include on-site medical care or help with daily tasks. So, since you're in charge of your own healthcare, you've got to do a little homework beyond the community's front gate. Ask these questions. How far is the nearest good hospital? Can I find quality doctors nearby? Does the community have any kind of shuttle for appointments? Having great healthcare close by should be a deal breaker.
Okay, we've covered the 4 pillars. You know exactly what to look for. So now let's pull it all together into a simple step-by-step action plan to help you find that perfect spot.
Here's your game plan. Step 1. Start online, but don't just look at the glossy brochures on their website. Dig deeper. Find independent reviews from people who live there. Step 2. Get those official HOA documents we talked about. Step 3, and this is so important, go visit. Many places offer discovery packages where you can stay for a weekend. And finally, step 4, maybe the best tip of all. Just walk around and talk to people. Get the real scoop from the residents themselves.
So, after you've done all the research, you've run the numbers, you've read all the fine print, it really all comes down to one last, very personal question. Because after all the checklists and all the logic, this is a decision you make with your heart. You could find a place that checks every single box on paper, but if it doesn't feel right in your gut, it's not the one. Trust your instincts. When you're there, does it feel welcoming? Can you truly see yourself being happy there? Answering that honestly is the real key to getting this right.